Hey everybody, Josh and David here for another Whiskey Wednesday for Argonaut Wine and Liquor. Today we're joined by Mike Outcalt from All Things Whiskey Podcast. If you guys don't know, I was a guest on the podcast a little over a week ago. We did an awesome episode about the ballot initiatives coming up. So we've got a ton of ground to cover today, so we're going to jump right in. First of all, thanks again to Mile High Spirits for hosting us for our Drink Local edition. As you can tell, they've changed up the room a little bit. We are in their Shriekeasy, as they're calling it. So it's a pop-up kind of speakeasy for Halloween type deal. Fridays and Saturdays it opens up at 8 p.m. And then also going on at Mile High Spirits, they have their second annual Zombie Ball. It's a Halloween party. They have $2,000 in cash prizes on the Saturday night of Halloween. It's a $25 cover, but I've been a couple times. It is a blast of a night, so make sure you don't miss that. Thanks again to Mile High Spirits for having us, and let's jump right in. So, drink local. We're drinking local products. We have a local podcast on, and we want to talk about something that's affecting our local community here for just a minute or two.
So yeah, I've been working for Argonaut Wine and Liquor since I was 21 years old. Moved to Denver 3 months after turning 21. And walked into Argonaut and really couldn't find a job. And Mark Fetter, the general manager, said, "Hey, if you're willing to work, I'll give you a chance." And that's one of the things that I love about this community and our local liquor stores. Please vote no on Prop 124, 125, 126. I remember when I was 22 years old and Jake Norris came in with Stranahan's first bottle. Al Law, Todd Leopold. These people, they started their company small. They're big now, but they were able to walk into Argonaut and talk to our buyers and myself and actually get their products in the store. And that opportunity will go away. It'll kill our craft culture that we've created here in Colorado. And I just need people to understand that we have such an extremely cool craft beer, craft spirit, and even wine culture here that we've been able to build because it's protected by the laws that we have. Mm-hmm. But if that goes away, I hate to say it, but I feel like some of that will go away. But you know what? That's all I really got about it.
Totally. Well, and that's something we chatted a little bit about on the podcast the other day. And first of all, you guys do a great job. It was awesome. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we literally threw that episode together in 24 hours basically.
Yeah, I got a message on Facebook from Casey. He goes, "You want to do a podcast?" And I said, "Yeah, when?" He goes, "Tomorrow." Sure.
Yeah. Why not?
Let me do some more research here and make sure I'm know the issues and what I'm talking about a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And it wound up being a really, really interesting episode. And I think as of now, it's our most downloaded episode that we've ever done.
That's great.
And that's in a vastly shorter time than some of the other episodes that we've done. But it gave us a platform to work with some of our favorite local liquor stores and people in the community. And like you said, this community is just so important here in the whiskey world. And doing the podcast has given us this platform to meet a bunch of incredible people that we wouldn't have met without it and support those local stores that have supported us along the way.
Yeah, definitely. So if you guys haven't seen it, All Things Whiskey Podcast, check it out. It's, what's the name of the episode?
It's the risks that Colorado Props 124, 125, and 126 pose to small businesses.
Yeah, and
that's say that 5 times fast.
Right. But that is such a great title because as another thing we talked about a lot on the podcast are, the advertisements for the other side are so intentionally misleading that, they make you think that they're actually for small business. And as a small business owner personally, I am here to tell you that is not the case. All of the small businesses in Colorado are asking that you vote no on 124, 125, and 126. So enough about that. Let's jump into the good stuff. We've got Breckenridge here. They've got 3 new whiskeys for us that we're going to try out today. These 2 guys are part of their Denver Broncos blending program. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, every year now they take 2 former Broncos players, they make their own blends, and there's a contest to see which one sells better. And if yours sells best in each year, you get to stay on and do it again next year. So what we have in the glass first is the Blue Blend. This was created by Jake the Snake, Jake Plummer. He was the winner last year, so he got to come back and do it again. And I haven't gotten to try this yet, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I just tried a little bit of this, and this is really good here. Very oily on the palate. A lot of really nice appley notes there. Reminds me a lot of like a Ed Williams single barrel. Drinks just like that, in my opinion.
Butter smooth.
Yeah,
Butter
definitely.
smooth. Breckenridge typically has extremely smooth whiskey. I've always loved that about it. Just an everyday great drinker. Yeah.
Yeah, like taking a sip of this, the front palate's kind of like you said, like green apple, a little bit of caramel, and then there's just like a honey sweetness finish on it that, I mean, that's a really good whiskey. I mean, I really enjoy that, and it's
good job, Jake.
Yeah, it's sweet, it's light, it's drinkable, but I mean the ABV, 86 proof, so 43%, so not not your on the lowest end 80 proof whiskey, a little bit higher, and drinks super smooth, really balanced. That's a nice whiskey.
Yeah, it's good. Like a charred wood on the back end, nice little spice there too to let you know that you're drinking whiskey. And you can pick up both of these, and then you can start saying Broncos country. Let's ride.
Yeah,
Or let's
whiskey's
cry.
better than the
Whatever.
team, right?
Yeah, well, let's cry. Right.
Yeah, right now it's been a little bit more let's cry, but hopefully we get a good game against the Jags, and hopefully Russell didn't keep the entire team up working out in the aisle,
Working out in the plane.
But all right, so next is the orange blend. This guy was created by Carl Meckenberg, so he's the challenger this year up against Jake the Snake. So what do you guys think about this one?
Much different nose on this one.
More traditional nose, more caramel, more vanilla, less of that caramel apple, but more like darker fruits.
You and I have mentioned this before. Those like cookie cakes. Like,
yeah.
they kind of get that on the nose.
Kind of confectionery sweetness, yeah, definitely.
I can see that. If you want the pedantic whiskey tasting term, stone fruit, right? And then you go, what the heck's a stone fruit?
And that's your family of fruits like apricot, peaches, anything obviously with a giant pit in the middle.
Well, I hate to say it, Jake, but I think Carl's got you on this one. I like this one better.
This one's good. Vanilla, butterscotch, really nice notes on the palate.
This one's a little bit fuller bodied to me for sure. Definitely got more of those traditional caramels, vanillas. This is definitely interesting, but for me as a bourbon drinker,
Classic.
I think I would agree with you. I'd probably go here.
What do you think, Mike?
I like both of them a lot. Let's blend the two together, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, just call me Russell Wilson. I'm in the middle of the aisle working out with these whiskeys.
That's awesome. Well, and then third and finally, we've got the Buddy Pass whiskey from Breckenridge. So what this is, it's an Imperial Stout cask finish, and they use obviously the Imperial Stout from Breckenridge Brewery. So that's what the Buddy Pass is. You and a friend drinking whiskey. So Stout cask finish. I haven't gotten to try this yet either. I'm excited for this one. Kind of like the on the nose, kind of like the 5-trail we tried the other week. The stout cask finish that they did.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little barley, a little malty.
Yeah.
You can smell that on the nose.
Yeah, you definitely get more of the malt characteristic in it. Ooh.
That's nice.
That's really nice. That's bigger, spicier.
Yeah, there's
a little
lot
bit
of
bolder.
spice, front palate spice on that one, quite a bit.
And I find a lot with like stout cask finish, you don't get a ton of like super fruity notes. You lean more towards savory or chocolatey notes, and I definitely get that there. Big bold spices as well.
Yeah,
More
absolutely.
like a cacao nib chocolate. Though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like an overly sweet milk chocolate or something like that. More of that like bitter chocolate type of deal. And this guy comes in at 114.7 proof, so obviously higher ABV on that. And you can tell. I mean, it brings more body into the whiskey, I think.
Yeah, good hug. You can feel it going down. But the spice isn't overbearing. It's very enjoyable.
Well, those are awesome. So all three of those on sale right now at Argonaut, just in the regular Colorado whiskey set. And now let's draw some names. So
If I can, just jumping in about Mile High Spirits. Dude, it's been a while since I've been in here, and they do a 4-year bottle and bond now. They do a single barrel cask strength. They do an almond marshmallow called Dumpster Fire liqueur. Like, I can't wait to try some of those. So if you haven't been into Mile High Spirits in a while, say absolutely come in, revisit it, because they've got an awesome array of whiskeys right now.
Yeah, and that's something, we've mentioned a few times here since we've been here. Some of the older age statement stuff they've got going and laying down, they're fantastic whiskeys. I mean, the single barrel we have, I think it was either a 4-year, or it might have even been a 5-year.
Yeah.
That whiskey's fantastic.
They're doing great stuff.
Yeah. You mentioned you've been working at Argonaut since you were 21, and I've been buying liquor at Argonaut since I was 21. So my first ever Mile High Spirit single barrel I got from Argonaut probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I think we got it for $23, and became quickly one of our just everyday drinkers because the price was right and the whiskey was good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, the list goes on and on of people that I've met over the years. I mean, when I started Argonaut, you were like 12, Josh.
Yeah.
And also like we employ 100 people and or over 100 people. We may seem big, but we're still the only Argonaut. We're still a small business. And our main focus is to take care of our customers, have a high level of customer service. Psalms, Cicero's, like we're definitely, like you said, it's the first place that people go in Colorado to bring product, and we continue to, or want to continue to do that. So
definitely.
Yeah. Well, let's. Why don't you draw a name? Let's
absolutely.
see who's going to get this Thomas.
It is a great honor to do the drawing for this Thomas H. Handy Sazerac. It's 2020, 129 proof, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember. I had a smattering of different ones in my office, so I just kind of grabbed one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only reason I know that off the top of my head is because I won this exact same bottle on Whiskey Wednesday last year. So it'd be absolutely awesome to dive in here and pick somebody to win this. I'm going to dive the team down here and we'll see what we get. And that is going to be Mr. Eddie Crawford. You've won the chance to purchase this Thomas H. Handy Sazerac.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Eddie.
And yeah, we're still waiting on our allocation for our BTAC and Pappy. So we decided to go ahead and do the Heaven Hill 17, and I'm going to draw that name.
That is a fantastic prize to win as well.
Oh my God, that's one of the best whiskeys I've had in a long time.
Between that and the Old Fit 17, I mean, I think they're neck and neck. They are just fantastic whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to go with Brett Houston. Brett,
yeah, you've won the opportunity to purchase this Heaven Hill 17. Mike, thanks for coming on, hanging out with us for a little bit, drinking some whiskey. Again, guys, drink local, focus on the local community. Please consider a no vote on 124, 125, and 126. Cheers, and give them a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers.